Bonjour Paulina.
Salut.
How are you?
I'm good. It's a good day today. Very shiny in Barcelona, but we are close in the expo, so.
Okay, very nice welcoming you here on HubUR On Air Studio. So tell me a bit about yourself, what you're doing and the corporation you're representing, your business.
I'm founder of a company named Not. What Not does is the charging and docking systems for micromobility. Micromobility, it can be bikes, scooters, cargo bikes, mopeds, any two-wheelers. And what we designed is this universal station which can charge and lock any kind of these vehicles. And then having that, we can provide either the full system with the vehicle stations and the application to corporates, to cities, to small municipalities, or just provide a station. If, for example, let's imagine you have already 50 bikes and you just need to put them on a charging station, we can do that as well.
Okay, so it sounds really like B2B, 100% B2B, right?
B2B, B2G, right.
Okay, very clear. And what's your success so far? What have you been doing and what are your plans in the next, 3-5 years?
Well, we started in 2017 and like early days of the micromobility when the scooter was still like the toy for the kids. And we've been doing the docking stations for scooters since then, which was quite fun. We have now 10 countries installation, around 600 stations deployed. And since this summer, we started selling the bike station. Now the station is universal for different types of mobility. And yeah, now I'm really looking forward to new deployments. I really like bikes more because scooters was like drug dealers. I don't use them, but I sell them. So now I'm feeling more confident about the product. So this is the plan, and also plan to raise funds, maybe. I'll still in process for that.
Okay, so a lot of challenge. What are your technical challenges in the pure development of these docking charging stations? What are the key issues that you had to confront, you overcome, or like is it regulation or different standards of charging? What are the key core things that you were confronting in your technical development?
Well, it's when you say universal, it's kind of very provocative because nothing is universal yet in micromobility. Because we have standard, for example, for the EV charging when we have car stations.
Correct.
They have standard, they have the same battery, they have the same plug, well, except some Tesla deviations. But for the micromobility, we yet in the moment when the market doesn't have the standard, everybody's using different battery, everybody's using different kind of protocol. And that's the challenge. So you need, at least now we're working only with a shared model. So there's like 5 producers in the world who uses the scooter, produce the shared bikes and scooters. At least we adapt already to them. So we can say, for example, the Ukai, the Segway, the arcade bike can go on the same station, and we can detect if it's 36 volts battery, 42, and whatsoever. So the station itself can adapt to different vehicles, but still it's vehicles that we know already, so it's not any kind of vehicle on the market. So that's the technical challenge. And hopefully, like talking about regulation, maybe like we have now standards for the phone, the USB-C. Maybe one day we will come to some standard on the on also the plug-in and charging of vehicles, which is not yet the case.
And are you participating in any work group that are thinking about this kind of universal charging adaptation? Because it's a future, and of course everybody wants to have a really universal solution. Either I'm having a bike or a moped or a kick scooter in France, in Germany, wherever. Say, yeah, I believe the market is expecting this, but there are so many players. It's kind of the winner takes all. If you manage to set the standard.
I think in any case the initiative, well, on the regulation level, it comes from the European Union or organization like this, and on the it's more on the vehicle level, because on my case I can adapt to anything, any charging. But the vehicles, when they produce different batteries, I cannot force Segway or Kai choosing the right type of. They will choose the type of battery which is more convenient to them. I know there are some groups working now in the European Union. I'm in contact with them, but we're not involved into these groups because we are a small team.
Okay.
But it would be cool to get more involved.
Yeah, very clear. Okay, you just mentioned that you were a small team. How big is the corporation now? And how big you want it to be in the next 2 years?
Well, right now we are 12, which 12 and then 10 engineers and then just 2 persons working on the support and everything else. We have now some big demands for the bike sharing station, and for example, if we want to produce just 2,000 stations, which is not that a big of amount, we should produce 1 station an hour, like if we take only working hours. That means we cannot do it with 12 personnel. So we need to grow up gradually, while planning if we have the fundraise to be 15 by the end of the next year. But otherwise, we can just still bootstrap, and it will be just longer and painful.
Okay. And in terms of revenue stream, I assume it's not a pay-per-use. It's just like one standoff payment for the infrastructure, right?
We haven't, but we also have the software. So when we provide the infrastructure, it's still connected. The station itself has its program, the firmware, and we send the over-the-air updates when we need to send it to the station. So there is also a recurrent fee attached to every station or every vehicle deployed.
Okay, so really the future looks bright for you.
Well, I hope so.
Hope so. Okay, do you want to add anything else about your business, what you're doing, expectation, ambitious goal, whatever?
Yeah, I'm just really hope more and more people will use bikes and scooters, because I don't know, for me the micromobility is something brilliant, because it's not just the mean of transportation, it's also the way to amuse yourself, it's also the way to wander and enjoy the city, it's also the sport, some kind of, if you use the bicycle, and no other mean of transportation could do that, so let's just go bikes.
Yeah, very nice to hear. So thank you very much, POLINA, for your testimonial, and wish you the best luck for your venture.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.